Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel, Cooning with TK Pewa. Hello. So today is a Friday and it is the second episode of Fun Friday, where we are going to be discussing something, very light, something very nice and today is definitely girls talk. So if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you have, welcome back. And I hope the new subscribers, you are here to stay, and welcome to the family. So today what we actually are going to be speaking about is bad boys. As you can see, the title says, like, why do we like bad boys so much as women? Like, why? Like, what is so attractive about them? Because, I'm sure 80 to 90% of women have once or twice or even 3 times or even now been with a bad boy in their life. And, a bad boy, I'm not talking about a fuck boy. I'm not talking about a serial cheater. I'm not talking about an abusive boyfriend. I'm talking about a bad boy. That guy where, most people, they say, even you when you look at that person, that this is not going anywhere. This is not marriage. This is not like something serious, but you just can't. You just like being there. You like, maybe they have, there's just something about them that we find so attractive as women. And then it's kind of confusing. I feel like it's kind of that question, like, you get that question that says, what do men want? And then they like have all this list of all the things that they want in women and all of that. And then the question of, what do women want? Because what we do is we say, no, I want to settle down, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. But then you still date a bad boy. Like, why? Like, have you ever wondered, like, why am I always like, what do I find so attractive with bad boys? If you have wondered, let me tell you, do not feel bad, right? Do not feel bad. You are not alone. We have all been there. Some of us, someone watching this video is there right now. They know that, where I'm at right now. I'm probably not gonna end here, but I'm enjoying this. Like, I like it. And don't get me wrong, some people, they are bad boys, because I feel also this thing is with the age. They're bad boys, but then by the time they're like 28, 29, it kind of like they settle down with the, like, they find like the right woman, then they settle down, they get married and all that. And also women, it's not like all women like from all ages will like bad boys. I feel like, from the time you like, okay, I was a late bloomer, so I won't say like 19. Maybe from the time you're like 21, from 21 to like 25, 26, that's when you actually find them more attractive. You see, by the time that you are actually building yourself, like your career, you're getting a job, you're having your own place, you're moving out of your parents' house, like those times, that's when you actually get so attracted to bad boys. But have you wondered, like, why? And I was so surprised when when I was doing my research, because like I was just looking, like I just wanted to be sure, is it me and my friends and my colleagues, or really is it like something that's just all over? There's actually books about that, like, why do we like bad boys so much and all of that. There's even like the psychology thing behind it, which I don't want to get into. I'm not a psychologist. All I know is that we have been there. Maybe you're currently there. If you haven't, sis, you're still gonna get there. It's just part of the journey. You're still gonna get there. And probably like 80% of the women, like I said, it can, maybe the other 20, just get married to their high school sweethearts. And even if they do, that doesn't mean that they don't find the bad boys attractive. But why? Like, what is this thing about them? Now, firstly, one thing about a bad boy is bad boys, they have this confidence. I'm not just talking, that normal confidence, like, oh, I believe in myself, like, they have confidence. And when I say confidence, I mean, that presence that someone has when a bad boy walks in the room. Like, they don't have to say anything much. Their aura, like, it just demands attention. It just demands attention. And you can actually feel, even if you're not looking, but you can sometimes feel that someone just passed and I have to look. Like, they just have the thing that draws us as women. And why does it draw us as women? Because no matter how strong you are, even if you're in the military, no matter how independent you are, you're a feminist, you're all of that, women like to feel protected. Women like to feel some type of, we are this price, we are this, fragile little things with the nice skin and the curves and all of that, the soft voice. Well, not all of us, but yeah, the soft voice and, the hair and all of that. So no matter how strong you are, you want that someone to, make you feel like, that special little diamond that you are. And that's what bad boys do. They make us feel so protected. And they have this vibe about them, like physically, their physique. You can just see a bad boy they don't have to say much to you. You can just see them. The way they carry themselves, the confidence. When you look at a bad boy, you look at that guy and you're like, this one, he can fight for me. Should I get mugged or whatever, I mean, we stay in like this type of, these times, it's something like that you think about. If I get mugged, like, this guy would be able to take care of business. And they have this, they just, ooze confidence all over. And then they talk, and then they talk. Because now, remember, when you're attracted to someone, obviously it starts with the eye, right? So you see the bad boy, and then for however reason that it played, you end up talking to him. They have this thing. It's like they know that, what, they might not be the best looking person in the room. Don't get me wrong, they might not be the best looking person in the room. That's where their confidence kicks in. Like, they have this thing that, what, I am the shit. I am the shit. And so when they talk to you, they talk so, they're so smooth. Like, they are so smooth. A bad boy could be telling you a story that you've heard 100 times, 100 times, from a lot of people. But just because he's telling the story, then it's like, to you it's just something new. And you just want to listen to whatever they say. And another thing that makes us love bad boys so much is, bad boys have this thing, you know um like I said, as women, we because now obviously the new generation, we are very strong, we Miss Independent, some are in the military, feminist and all of that. So, and also we are here, like, it's very easy for us to run our mouths. Like, we like, things must be spicy all the time in the relationship. That's how we think, like, right now. That's the generation that we're in. That's how we think, things must be spicy. But then, it is so not nice, or not, like, not interesting if you're with the guy that as soon as you start, doing the, no, you can't tell me shit, you can't do this, and then he's like, no, I'm sorry. No, no, let's exchange, let's engage. So a bad boy has that thing where he doesn't have to shout at you. When you start, with the attitude, when you start doing all those things, you know what you do. You know exactly what you do. And you know how I know that you know, because I also do it. Like, you know. So they don't have to shout at you and, call you names like bitch, wada. No. A bad boy can just, engage with you in a way that it's gonna turn like, and it's gonna turn out sexy somehow, if it makes sense what I'm trying to say. Like, they might put you in line, you know, that whole I don't need you, you what, I'm gonna upgrade you, you don't need, like, I don't need anything from you, you are what. If you are throwing that kind of attitude, or if you are throwing a bitch fit on a bad boy, they're going to engage with you in a way that it kind of turns sexy. It kind of, because they know who they are. They know that whatever you're saying, you probably don't mean it. You probably just you know having a bad day or whatever, or you just spicing things up. And they have that's whatever she says, she's not being mean, she doesn't mean it. Unlike the nice boys, who, as soon as you say something, then they are crying, and and then it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, sometimes I don't need you to say you're sorry, I need you to engage with me, engage with me. Let's talk. So the bad boys, they have the thing. And as soon as I said today we're talking about bad boys, you did think about someone. I know that for a fact. You did think about someone. Maybe it's a celebrity crush that you have. Maybe it's your current boyfriend. Maybe it's your ex. You did, like, you see that person that you thought of, that is your definition of a bad boy. Because I feel like also there's different levels and there's different definitions of bad boys that we as women have, just like we are different. So for an example, for someone, a bad boy might be, you know what do they call, you see, like someone who can I make as an example? Someone who's, for an example, you see that guy from Ozalo, what's his name? Mastermind, right? To someone, that could be a bad boy. He's into crime. He steals cars and all of that. To you, that might be a bad boy. To someone else, the bad boy might be, someone who drinks a lot, who parties a lot, who just has the thing. So it is different types of definitions that we as bad boy, as women, sorry, have, that we say, okay, this is the bad boy that I'm attracted to. I know I been with a bad boy, and I liked it. I liked it so much. Actually, I've been with more than once. I have, and I liked it. Because to me, with me personally, my own definition is someone. Because I feel like I am a confident person. So to me, if someone is able to handle me and my mouth, and is able to put me, in my place, and they also, ooze that confidence, where most people would say it's arrogant or they have ego or whatever, that's my kind of bad boy. That's the kind of bad boy that, I've been with, that I like. But then maybe to someone, that wouldn't be a bad boy. That would just be like a cocky guy that they can't stand. To me, that's something that I found attractive. So, I mean, that is basically like the main reasons why we like bad boys. They're just like, you know what I'm trying to say. They are just a dream. No, they're not a dream actually, because you end up obviously you leave them, and like I said, you know that, you know what, this is not going anywhere. But then, and there's this thing about bad boys, like I said, they demand that, authority, that respect, no matter how confident or you know how much of a boss ass bitch you are. A bad boy is always able to, it's either they level with you, or they're a bit like higher than you, or they put you in your place, or but in a like subtle way that is like sexy, not like insulting or anything like that. For an example, like, what is more attractive? Because especially if you're a confident woman, what is more attractive? Someone saying, um sorry, can we please, maybe if you are available, can we maybe like go out on Thursday? Versus someone who's gonna call you and be like, Thursday, we're going out. I've made reservations. I'm gonna pick you up at 7. Like, which one sounds better? Which one sounds better to you? That's why I'd say, a bad boy, it's almost, you'd say they're like alpha, it's like close to an alpha male. It's just that the alpha male doesn't really need to have the look. The alpha male is usually more like the mental thing. Bad boys, even the way they dress, like you can just see that, okay, this one is a bad boy. They, like, most of the time what we think is, when you see a guy wearing a biker, like, those leather jackets, or he has a bike, or he's got like hair that is just, you just think, okay, that's a bad boy because of how they look. While with an alpha male, someone may look really like quiet and all of that, only to find that when you speak to them, they then only then you see that whole confidence thing. So that's like the whole difference. But then, like, you get what I'm trying to say. And I've been with a bad boy, and it was it was good. It was very, very good. But obviously, I think I'm just lucky that I was able to leave that at an early stage, because sometimes it might be nice, and like it might be good and fun and nice, but then, I mean, it has to end somewhere as we grow older. So I'm just glad that I was able to leave that before like there was anything involved, like kids or anything like that. So what they do, basically, that's I feel like that's the main reason why we love them. They make us feel so protected. They make us feel so protected. When you're with the bad boy, should you be in a meeting, should you have someone bullying you, should anything happen, and bullying can happen anyway, it can be at work, it can be in your society group, whatever. You know what, as soon as I tell my man will sort it out. Like that, that kind of, they have confidence that oozes out of them. And then we also, then by being with them, we get that confidence that, you know what, this is my man. I am protected in any and every way possible. And then um and then they do, but obviously, remember, women, they mature quicker than men. So you'd find that there's a bad boy who's like in his 30s, while there's a woman like me in my like mid 20s, but I'm not into the whole bad boy thing anymore. Because But then you find that there's a bad boy who's in his 30s, because to him it's still that. And then only when like they find that woman, not that maybe he didn't love you, but then, oh, and another thing that makes us love bad boys, especially the ones that love, the criminal ones, like they love the criminal bad boys, or the ones that are always fighting, like those kind of guys. Women like this thing of, well, I'm not gonna say women, I'm part of I'm part of you. We like this thing of, oh, he's so bad to everyone else, but me, no, I'm special. I've got this special place in his heart. Like, he's so soft to me. And when I say soft, I'm not saying that he's a yes man. Yes, 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 ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say, he's saying yes. But he's got that thing where when people look at you, for an example, the thing is, when I was doing my research, I couldn't really think, and I also asked my friends and my colleagues at work, I couldn't really think of a South African bad boy. But when when I look for an example at what's this, which is a perfect example. And then, so what I was actually also thinking, which is a perfect example, is, why do you think women love that movie, this movie 50 Shades of Grey, so much? Why do we love it so much? Because you see, that guy, he's got that thing where he's so bad, but then he's got this soft spot that only she can see. Now, that is why we love bad boys. We like feeling that thing of, I'm protected, My man can take care of business. He can beat someone down if he has to. And I get to, have access to something that some people don't have. Some people, when they look at him, they just see, oh, this bad boy or this arrogant or all of that. They call him names. But to me, no, I'm special. I'm in his heart. I get to see, Okay, guys, so this video is a bit longer than I expected, but bottom line is we love bad boys because they make us feel safe, they are hot, okay, and they make us feel very, very much protected, and they are very, very confident. And yes, that's it. So please comment down below and tell me, do you have a bad boy story that you'd like to share, or maybe are you still going through it, or just